Good afternoon. Yeah, it's pretty quite nice out there. Welcome to Dice and Bolts, where I take a look at the core dice mechanics of several of the role-playing games that grace my shelves. Two videos I'm going to record this afternoon. The first one is Shatter Zone from West End Games. This is a box set. This is my second copy that I've had. The first one I got a shot of, rather beaten up, whatever. It used the same system, or a very similar system, as their previous non-Star Wars game, Torg, did, which then went on to become a generic system called the MasterBook system, which comprised of a deck of cards that influence the action, and it ran off a pair of D10s. These are actually the D10s from them, and I've actually got two sets because, like I say, second copy, I didn't get rid of the dice to the first set. They're actually quite distinctive because the 10s have actually got 10s on them rather than zeros, but they were Chessex speckled dice. Torg came with this speckled D20. This is the one that I got from my copy of Torg, which I bought from Antics when their role-playing section was downstairs, before I was aware that Games Inc. existed in Plymouth. So 30 some odd years ago, and was the first speckled dice that I ever had. So that one is quite the same one there. The systems behind the two games are both fairly simple. You have a target number. Against that target number, you build stat plus skill plus specialization. You roll two dice. You add those together. You look the result of the dice roll up on an action table. It's printed on all the character sheets, and you add that to the total of your stat, skill, and modifier. If you beat the target number, you succeed. So, for example, he says, thinking that he should have got that one out, a 4 on your dice there would actually be a -7. So if you're shooting a space pirate, he's got a defense rating of 10. You've got a total of 15 in your laser pistol skill. The -7 on that means you're going to miss. There are a lot of things that affect your dice roll. If you are trained in the skill that you're using and you get a 10 on one of your dice, you can roll and add another D10. Okay, nice and easy. If you get two 10s, you only get to roll and add one of them. The exception to that is if you have a specialization in what you're using. So if I'm trained in energy weapons, okay, I can roll and add. Okay, and it goes onto the table. The action table goes all the way up to 45, which gives you a +14. It actually goes further than that, but that one there. If you have a specialization, so if I am trained in energy weapons, but I have a specialization in laser pistols, or you don't actually have to be trained in a skill to have a specialization in a sub-skill of it. It's quite a detailed system that way around. You can then explode both dice. And straight stat only rolls, you can explode both dice, because obviously you're not adding a skill and whatever on those ones there. There are a lot of other conditions or effects that can give you the ability to roll and add. So you'll get a certain number of life points, which are like hero points. So on that previous one, if I'd have got that 4, I can spend a life point, roll and add again for 9, 16. And the 16 gives me a +5. Zap, I've hit him. Fairly straightforward. Torg did the same thing, but you used a single 20-sided dice, so it's an awful lot more swingy. You didn't have that curve in the middle of it, but the cards in Torg gave you more up conditions where you could roll and add that additional dice. It's a bit more lenient on granting rerolls on that one there. That's the core of the MasterBook system. Stat plus skill plus specialization plus results of a dice roll looked up on a modifier table versus a target number, meet or beat. Beat by 5, beat by 10 to get special results. Roll well, and I'll see you around.